social welfare function is not a maximization of utility. ये याद रखिएगा, social welfare function does not mean maximization of utility. ठीक है? So that's it for social welfare function. But I'll give you one more slide here so that we can understand with some examples. Now start working on some real-time examples which you can understand. दो कॉन्सेप्ट इसमें और लिखिए। पहला लिखिए यूटिलिटेरियन सोशल वेलफेयर, एक ये भी इसी में जुड़ा हुआ है। व्हाट इज यूटिलिटेरियन सोशल वेलफेयर फंक्शन? तो अभी आप जो यूटिलिटी के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में पढ़ रहे थे, दिस इज नोन एज यूटिलिटेरियन सोशल वेलफेयर फंक्शन. So a utilitarian welfare function, also called a Benthamite welfare function, a utilitarian welfare function, also called a Benthamite utilitarian function. Benthamite utility को यहाँ क्लियर होगा. Benthamite utility का कॉन्सेप्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है. किसी को, आप लोगों को पता है व्हाट इज बेंथमाइट यूटिलिटी? क्योंकि कंडीशनल ब्लिस और ये सब भी उसी में से जुड़ा हुआ. पढ़ा है कभी बेंथमाइट यूटिलिटी? एनीवन? Have you ever read Benthamite utility का concept? Yes or no? Anyway, a utility. हाँ पढ़ा है दीक्षा? हेलो?
Yes. मैम आपने लास्ट क्लास में एक बार
Yes or no?
बताया था बेंथमाइट यूटिलिटी.
नहीं पढ़ा, ठीक है. हाँ थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे उसको और इलेबोरेट करना पड़ेगा. संस्कृति, डू यू हैव एनी आइडिया? कैन यू फिल अस इन?
यस मैम, उसमें था कि कोई अगर अपनी कोई इंडिविजुअल अगर अपनी यूटिलिटी को इंक्रीज कर रहा है तो उससे सोशल वेलफेयर भी होता है.
उससे सोशल वेलफेयर भी होता है. ठीक है, ओके. सो यूटिलिटेरियन वेलफेयर फंक्शन, ऑल्सो कॉल्ड अ बेंथमाइट वेलफेयर फंक्शन, sums the utility of each individual, sums the utility of each individual, sums the utility of each individual in order to obtain society's overall welfare. In order to obtain society's overall welfare. So, sums the utility of each individual in order to obtain society's overall welfare. All people are treated the same regardless of their initial level of utility. All people are treated the same regardless of their initial level of utility. So all people are treated the same regardless of their initial level of utility. Now there is another question. How do you maximize a social welfare function? How do you maximize a social welfare function? Utility का concept तो Benthamite utility से जुड़ा हुआ है. But how do you maximize a social welfare function? So I'm giving you one problem and I'm showing it to you. इसको copy करिएगा and start writing what I'm about to present. इसमें लिखिए Jeremy Bentham in 1748 to 1832. Jeremy Bentham 1748 to 1832, a utilitarian argued the social welfare function is the sum of each person's is the sum of each person's is the sum of each person's utility function in society. Utility function in society. You can see on your screen now. It was a utilitarian who argued the social welfare function is the sum of each person's utility function in society, and which should be maximized. Now write the social welfare function. W is equal to U1 plus U2 plus U3 plus U till UN. This is a social welfare function in which we are combining the utility of the society and we are trying to maximize it. Okay, here goes. Two people with the following utility function solve the problem. Two people with the following utility function for good X. This is the utility function of two people. U1 is equal to 20x 1 raised to the power half and U2 is 2x2. और टोटल गुड्स जो गुड जो अवेलेबल है वो है 140 यूनिट ऑफ गुड एक्स. So you simply have to, it's very simple. So 140 is equal to x1 plus x2. Because it's x and so one part of a unit of a good 140 is x1, the another one is x2. This you have to pay attention to. 140 is equal to x1 plus x2. How should good X be allocated? How should good X be allocated between the two people to maximize social welfare? That's the question. How should good X be allocated between two people to maximize social welfare? That's the problem that is presented in front of you. So there are two people for the following utility function. Keep in mind social welfare function, and your main goal is to maximize the utility function. Now we are trying to solve this. Copy this. It's a very simple mathematical calculation going on. So because it was already the first utility was 20x, so plus 2x plus lambda, the 140 minus x1 minus x2 उसमें common लिया गया, and then they have tried to solve it, and coming to an equation, partial differentiation लगा के, partial लगा के they have actually explained this y 140 minus x1 minus x2 is equal to 0. Have you all copied? This is the full explanation. This is the full explanation. This has to, you have to find the value of x1 and x2. These kind of numericals are very often come into your competitive exams. These kind of numericals also come in a lot of numericals, also come in exams also. So always remember, any growth theory has to be solved with an example. So x1 की वैल्यू आई है 25 और x2 की वैल्यू आई है 115. टोटल क्या था आपका? टोटल गुड कितना अवेलेबल था? टोटल गुड कितना अवेलेबल था?
140.
140. यस. सो आप देख लीजिए 115 प्लस 25. अब पॉइंट क्या है कि क्या मैक्सिमम, ये तो यूटिलिटी इंडिविजुअल की आपने निकाल लिया x1 x2 का, बट पॉइंट क्या है? इज द सोशल वेलफेयर मैक्सिमाइज्ड इन दिस केस? ये आपको एक्चुअली पता करना था कि इससे होता है क्या जब दो लोगों की यूटिलिटी, क्योंकि x2 की देखिए 115, सो दैट्स व्हाट यू आर सपोज्ड टू एक्सप्लेन. अगर आप कंबाइन करेंगे इन दोनों को तो क्या आएगा? 140. सो द यूटिलिटी of two individual can maximize social welfare, then the answer is yes. Answer to that question is yes. एक लेकिन अब पॉइंट ये है कि केवल एक ही कमोडिटी इसमें डिफरेंस कर रही है, and that commodity is x2. x2 has a highest utility in terms of utility 115. तो सारा जितना भी मेजर पुश आ रहा है यूटिलिटी के टर्म में to increase the social welfare function is coming from good x2. So that's why utility का component जो social welfare में लिया गया है, that is very important because Benthamite utilitarianism is a little bit a subjective concept as compared to the concept which you are reading. This is very technical. They have changed Benthamite Benthamite topic of utility a lot. But yes, the fact is that Benthamite utility is at the base of this. Jeremy Bentham was from Stanford, and the concept which he gave was very much related to the term utility. For the first time, utility was explained, and he explained it in terms of like inherited characteristic within the commodity. That's what his view was on utilitarianism. There is a philosophical foundation towards of his work, and why he believed in utilitarianism, and why it's called Benthamite utilitarianism exclusively on his name. So because of his various contribution, he came to these conclusions that the utility, that is utility exists in every commodity, and That's why every commodity has some sort of a power to satisfy the want of the consumer. That can range to everything under the sun. But the point is, the people who actually smoke or drink, do they also have the same utility as other people? So these are the kind of issues that has been avoided by Benthamite utility. So utilitarianism, in fact, and Benthamite utilitarianism, की थोड़ा सा बैकड्रॉप लिखिए ताकि थोड़ा सा और क्लियर हो यूटिलिटी का कॉन्सेप्ट आया कहाँ से. इसको नोट कर लीजिएगा. इट्स स्टिल देयर. लिखिए इसमें बेंथमाइट यूटिलिटी or utilitarianism is a family of normative ethical theories. Is a family of normative ethical theories. Normative ethical theories को underline कीजिएगा. Normative ethical theories that prescribe actions that maximizes happiness and well-being, that prescribe actions that maximize happiness and well-being for all affected individuals. For all affected individuals. So concept of utility आप लोग जब भी define करते हैं वहीं तक अभी तक है कि satisfying power of a commodity. उसका कभी base नहीं देखा आपने कि ये आता कहाँ से है. Utilitarianism is a ethical question. Ethical, it's a ethical ethics समझते हैं आप लोग? Do you know what is ethic? What does the word ethics means? Anybody has an idea? What does the word ethics means? Work ethics. Use होता है ना? What does it mean? The term means. Yes, girls. What is ethics?
Morals.
Morals. Right or wrong? That's what ethics is all about. Absolutely. It's a philosophy that actually, gives you a very systematic treatment of right and wrong. सारे कॉन्सेप्ट जितने भी हैं मोरालिटी के कॉन्सेप्ट, एथिक के कॉन्सेप्ट और बेंथम यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म के कॉन्सेप्ट, I will just remain on this one, but they all are nothing but a social construct. Social constructs means nobody has said that this is right, this is wrong. This whatever the social construct has been and has been given or passed on to the generations, वो morality और ethics से जुड़ जाता है. So एक तो यहाँ पे word है normative ethical theory that describe action that maximizes happiness and well-being for all affected individual. दूसरी लाइन में लिखिएगा utilitarianism is a version of consequentialism. Utilitarian is a version of consequentialism. consequentialism. It's a version of consequentialism. आया कहाँ से consequentialism? अब क्या होता है? So consequentialism is another concept that was connected with utility. Consequentialism talks about, it's a theory that holds that the consequences of one's conduct is the theory that holds that consequence of one's conduct are the ultimate basis for any judgment, about the rightness or wrongness of that conduct. This is consequentialism. It's a ethical theory that holds that the consequences of one's conduct are the ultimate basis for any judgment about the rightness or wrongness of that conduct. तो कॉन्सिक्वेंशलिज्म ने सब कुछ इंडिविजुअल पे डाला और बोला कि आपका जो कंडक्ट है वो अल्टीमेटली डिसाइड करेगा, आर द अल्टीमेट बेसिस फॉर एनी जजमेंट अबाउट द राइटनेस और रॉन्गनेस ऑफ दैट कंडक्ट. कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, अगर आप कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस सोच के रुकते हैं किसी चीज को करने से, तो आप एथिकली रुक रहे हैं. और एथिकली रुक रहे हैं मतलब कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस, इट्स ऑल अबाउट कॉन्सिक्वेंशलिज्म. तो उसमें राइट एंड रॉन्ग आपके दिमाग में आएगा. तो यहां से यूटिलिटी का कॉन्सेप्ट था. बट एनीवे इसको थोड़ा सा और देख लीजिए. आपको ये बताया भी जाता है सोसाइटी में कि मॉरली राइट एक्ट का मॉरल आउटकम होता है, मतलब राइट आउटकम होता है. अब मॉरल एक्ट क्या है और इमोरल एक्ट क्या है ये भी बताया ही गया है. वो आपके उसमें फिर देन इट अफेक्ट्स योर डिसीजन मेकिंग. सो दिस इज कॉन्सिक्वेंशलिज्म. कॉन्सिक्वेंशलिज्म से यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म जुड़ा हुआ है और यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म एक्चुअली में कंडक्ट पे डिपेंडेंट है, आदमी के वेलबीइंग एंड हैप्पीनेस पे बात करता है. तो यू हैव रिटन यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म इज अ वर्जन ऑफ कॉन्सिक्वेंशलिज्म. ठीक है. There are other forms of consequentialism also. दो फॉर्म और होते हैं, एक होता है इगोइज्म एंड दूसरा है ऑल्ट्रुइज्म. One is egoism. Ethical egoism लिखिए क्या होता है. Ethical egoism is the normative ethical position. Ethical egoism is the normative ethical position. Ethical egoism is the normative ethical position that moral agents ought to act. In their own self-interest. So ethical egoism is a normative ethical position that moral agents ought to act in their own self-interest. It differs from psychological egoism. Which claims that people can only act in their self-interest. वो the word है. That people can only act in their self-interest. तो तीन तरीके के इगोइज्म है एक्चुअली. एथिकल इगोइज्म जो कह रहा है कि मॉरल एजेंट्स ऑट टू एक्ट इन देयर ओन सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट. दूसरा है साइकोलॉजिकल इगोइज्म व्हिच क्लेम्स दैट पीपल कैन ओनली एक्ट इन देयर सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट. वो इनके मतलब दूसरे के सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट को वो करने के लिए प्रोग्राम नहीं है. दे कैन नॉट. People say na, that I get disappointed with the way people are behaving with me. You don't need to get disappointed with the way people are behaving with you. Everybody has their own agenda and the self-interest. And that's what psychological egoism is all about. Then there is one more thing, ethical egoism. Ethical egoism also differ from rational egoism. Ethical egoism also differ from rational egoism, which holds that it is rational to act in one's self-interest. Which holds that it is rational to act in one's self-interest. So एक कह रहा है कि moral agent के according self-interest है, psychologically वो कह रहा है कि ये तो condition है, you are conditioned to act in your self-interest. और तीसरा rational egoism कह रहा है that it is rational to act in one's self-interest. Rationality, तो एक ये है consequentialism का form, egoism, और दूसरा मैंने कहा था altruism. So altruism is an ethical doctrine that holds that altruism is an ethical doctrine that holds that the moral value of an individual's action depends solely on the impact on other individual. Depends solely on the impact on other individual. Comma, regardless of the consequences on the individual itself. Regardless of the consequences on the individual itself. So this is altruism. Altruism states that moral value of an individual actions depends solely on the impact of other individual. So if you think that if whatever you are doing has the capacity to affect people negatively or positively, अगर आप ऐसा सोच के चलते हैं कि आपके एक्शंस के कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस हैं और उस कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस से दूसरे अफेक्टेड होंगे, तो फिर इन दैट केस यू आर एक्चुअली फॉलोइंग अ नॉर्मेटिव एथिकल कोड. That could be altruism also. But as it's written over here, solely on the impact of other individual, regardless of the consequences on the individual itself. But if you don't, अब यहाँ पे देखिए altruism और egoism में there is a clash because egoism is all about egoism is all about self-interest. Now altruism is saying कि pay attention to the consequences your action might have on other people's life. So that's morally, ye moral hai, morality. So if somebody murders someone or somebody rapes someone, somebody steals something from someone, the concept is ek taraf se they are working in their self interest, dusra hai the consequences se unko koi matlab nahi hai what happens to other individual. So that's how the society has been divided and gathering its, what can you say, the shape of the society is morally correct और क्या morally सही है, ये है क्या morally गलत है, ये इसका बेस यूटिलिटी का ये बेस है, यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म का बल्कि ये बेस. तो यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म इज अ बेंथमाइट यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म जिसके पीछे ये है. So it's very psychological and that is why cardinal utility में आया. Utility आप देखिए psychologically जो psychological phenomenon था उसको measure कर रही थी, तो तभी ordinal utility had to be introduced. So but utility का concept सिर्फ इतना नहीं है, satisfying power, it's a way, it's way deeper. And it includes humans' emotions and psychological impact of the thing or of the actions which the individual do. And that impact will be not only an individual, it will be it will be passed on to other people also. The consequences, it has a ripple effect. Now the ripple effect will be, so all of the society will also be hampered. Now what economics did was economics left all this thing and just picked up one thing. They said that utility means, of course, when you are consuming something, you will that's your action and it will have a consequence. They said consequence क्या होगा? तो consequence ये होगा कि satisfaction मिलेगा by consuming a commodity when I'm hungry. तो they said fine, let's measure it. तो उन्होंने कहा जब पहली if you are hungry and you are eating chocolate तो कितनी है utility? तो बताया गया जी 10 है, और फिर 7 है, फिर 6 है, फिर 5 है. तो they took this aspect of utilitarianism out of utility and just gave you a simple concept of utility which was all about satisfying power. of a commodity for an individual. But as you can see, utilitarianism is a much broader concept than the narrow concept of utility. So I will stop here today.